I just mentioned now Jan isn't joining today. She's not free today. So we can just carry on. No need to wait at all. Okay, Sita, anything you would like to start with? Hi, Zhao, go ahead.
I would like to say something about our busy life. So this morning I heard from you, you said about the rest time. The true rest time is the moment of Kusala Chitta or wholesome Chitta. Maybe at this time, when we try to join the Zoom discussion like this, if each moment we have an understanding, this time is Kusala Chitta. That means it's true rest time. So I would like you back to this topic again. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, I think it's a very important topic, and it's one I find very, very helpful to reflect on. We were discussing this morning about even when one has an accident, conventionally speaking, drops a bottle of water on the floor or burns the food, understanding can arise any time at all. Understanding can arise any time at all. So it has nothing to do with what we think of as quiet, calm situations when everything is going well and seems so peaceful. And as you say, we often talk about, oh, how busy we are and how many difficulties there are in life and how many outside events are causing havoc in our lives. But what about at the moment of understanding or any moment of kusala? At those moments, there is rest, there is ease. So when the bottle breaks on the floor, what is the citta? Or now, if one has difficulty connecting the Zoom, is there agitation or is there calm, understanding, or annoyance? At the moments of kusala, there is ease, living easily. And I gave an example that Ajahn gave in Vietnam, in Hue, when Mai asked her how much rest she gets, because we had such a busy schedule, so many discussions in the day, 3 main discussions and many others and many other things going on as usual. And Mai was asking how much rest she gets and so on. And she just said, well, at moments of kusala, there is rest. We think of rest at moments when we're lying down and close our eyes, or when we get enough sleep at night. But what about when we're awake at 3 a.m? What about moments of understanding or kusala of any kind? There is rest at those moments. What about now, moments of understanding, rest, or moments of agitation or clinging, no rest at all? So nothing can be done, dharmas are anatta, but it's so good to appreciate that the true rest in life is just at the moments of kusala, doesn't depend on what is going on outside the window or what our work colleagues have said or who has done this or that. It depends on the citta at this very moment.
And at the same time, we shouldn't lose sight of the fact that the body does need rest anyway. Even the Buddha had to rest, even though he never had didn't have any akusala cittas at all. But when he could not ignore the natural cycle of the body to rest, sometimes he was able to use jhana citta as a kind of resting, and other times he had to lie down and sleep.
And would you say, John, that for Buddha, like anyone else, it's also past accumulations that conditions? Means in the past, if you've been normally, habitually taking a nap, a sleep, then it will happen again, regardless.
I don't know what effect enlightenment would have on one's habit of taking a nap. So I don't think I want to speculate on that. What do you think, Shakin?
No, because the question rose in my mind, the question which you asked, and I thought about that physical, the need for physical rest too. And then my mind went on to think about maybe even that may not be so much needed, but whatever, how much amount he slept, partly it may be because of the past accumulations.
Yeah,
I don't know,
about that.
speculating, of course. Yeah, it's all speculation. Yeah.
Right. Good point to bring up, though.
And on the other side, I'm just editing some old articles I wrote in the 1970s, and one is on laziness. Actually, the topic is laziness or rest. And I had the idea at that time that laziness was meant when one's just sitting around or lying on one's bed and wasting time, not doing anything. And in these discussions, Ajahn was stressing that, again, it's not the situation, it's not about how long or how little time you lie on the bed, but what about the citta? Someone can be very active and on the go all day, but with lots of clinging, lots of akusala arising, whereas someone else may be lying on a hospital bed all day or not working when perhaps they should be. But what about the cittas? If there is kindness, if there is understanding, it cannot be said to be lazy. So we're so used to thinking of the situation, how many hours sleep, and whether one's active or being lazy. But it all comes back to the citta at this moment.
And just getting back to Zukin's question, I think the only thing we could say with any certainty is that it will vary from individual to individual. But I'm not quite sure exactly what the factors would be that determine the need for more or less sleep.
I mean, we can think in terms of bhavanga chittas arising in between, even now, different process chittas. But in the case of sleep, it just longer. So that may be because of Pakatupanisya Pachaya. I'm thinking that.
Maybe the bhavanga jittas in a day are more for the enlightened being than for the person with still a lot of kilesa. I don't know, because they would count as sleep also.
Less clinging, less dreaming, less ignorance, so less time needed to lie down and recover. Less thought about me and my rest.
I mean, that's the key, isn't it? That what about when it's not resting? What's the chitta at that time? Yeah.
enjoying the comfort, enjoying the lying on the bed and so on. Actually, it's not resting because it's just clinging.
I think it's time already, isn't it?